My thing ready. Hey!
What a great way to start it.
I didn't get my thing ready.
Gotta get my thing ready. Oh, dang it.
Totally unprepared, but
That video.
Today to Breaking Rad, R2D2 for life, and Dave a Sandwich is here.
Yeah, hey Dave.
Sweet, sweet sandwich.
We're gonna talk about some good stuff tonight, guys. Some good stuff, and as always, I'm joined by the three biggest goons that I know: Mutt, Cal, and Mark. How you doing?
Good. Can I just say Cal and Mutt look like color swapped like Street Fighter characters right now.
Yoken.
We got Ken and Ryu up there.
Yeah, both wearing like plaid button-up shirts.
That's funny.
Like when you go to select a character and you hit a different button, you get that weird alternate color scheme.
You get blue Blanca instead of green Blanca.
Yeah.
We really could be kin. I think you're either a cousin or something. I'm kin to you somehow, Cal. I feel it.
So let me let you in on something, Cal. So in Hillsville, everybody where Jason grew up, everybody's related. Like, you know, everybody on the street's related, everybody in the county's related. So he thinks he's related to everybody. So that's just him wanting to connect with you a little bit. That's all that is.
All right.
Don't feel weird about it. It's fine.
No, I don't feel weird.
He might wear you as a skin suit at some point. Just,
I wouldn't blame him.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't be able to tell if I did because we look exactly alike.
it'd be like a really snug fit. Cal skinny jeans. What you putting on there?
Cal skinny jeans. It'd be like pulling a Scooby-Doo mask off, except it'd be the same person underneath.
That's stupid.
Hey, do we not play the video anymore? Is that another thing we do now?
I said that when I said, "Oh, I messed it up," that was because I didn't have the video ready.
This is the second stream. It might be the third stream in a row. You have.
I think it is.
I spent a week. Hold up. I spent a week
last week. I
making
played it
that.
last week.
I put my comic on hold.
I played it last week.
I yelled at my kids.
You know what? Here we go. We're gonna do it.
You can't stay with me, Buffy. Sorry.
Oh man, it's so good every time.
There
So
we go.
Shit.
So
So
good.
good.
Does feel
Buffy, you
legit.
can't sit up here.
Is Mutt with you?
I know.
Is he?
Can't sit up here, Mutt.
I'd love for Mutt to like slightly move off frame and just pop up in Cal's camera.
This
Oh,
dog
there he
keeps
is.
trying to.
Oh,
She keeps trying to sit on my laptop. I'm like, no, you can't sit on my laptop.
look at that dog.
Sorry.
It's probably cold.
Go away. You have a blanket right over here. I'm mean to my dogs, except I
What a
love
mean
them. I
owner.
love you. Oh.
I tell my dog I hate him all the time. It's fine. I
I
always
love that
tell him
intro.
I'm going to be the one to put him down one day. I
Oh.
Yeah.
let him know. I show him the gun too.
Oh man.
I had a friend who had a basset hound, and his name was Merlin, which is a great name for a basset hound. And he was super old. He was like 13 or something, and the dog, like, he was just falling apart. And he called me on Christmas Day. This is probably 10 years ago, and he's like, man, Merlin, like, he's not gonna make it. He's in like pain, and he's like howling. I don't know what to do. And I was like, man, you're gonna have to take him to an emergency vet. And he's like, no, I'm gonna shoot him. And he took his dog out on Christmas Day and he shot him.
Christmas.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No.
But afterwards, after Christmas, it was like the next week. I guess he like froze him or something because he brought him back to where we worked, and we had a Viking funeral for him, and we burned him on a big
Ooh.
giant Viking pyre. It's pretty cool.
Glorious.
When you said brought him back, I literally thought you were going to say to life. Like, I really was thinking.
I mean, he was calling him Merlin, so I mean, clearly magic is involved here.
I'm pretty good at a lot of things, but I've never been able to bring anything back to life. I've tried.
Lay hands on it, you know?
No. Merlin, he looked like so he was a basset hound, and his feet were really floppy. Have you ever seen like how a basset hound's feet are when they walk? And he looked like he kind of had floppy socks on all the time because he like couldn't control his hands very well. It's pretty funny.
And he definitely couldn't after that.
Yeah, I couldn't control it after that.
Yeah, I wouldn't put my dog down on Christmas. I do it on Christmas Eve. He doesn't get to have Christmas.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
He's an orphan dog.
Slayer.
Oh, my gosh.
Slayer.
What you drawing, Mutt?
I've just got like a merman going here. Just some, just trying to get.
Just for fun?
Well, kind of.
Warm-up? Is this a warm up?
Yeah, it's a warm up.
Okay, good.
Ooh, it's one of those infamous 10-hour-long warm-up sketches.
Yeah.
We at some point in time we got to talk about the warm up problem in society.
We should talk about that.
It is a
Maybe
problem.
tonight. Maybe tonight. We got a few.
Just do it now.
Let's just
Well,
start
good
with the
segue.
warm-up problem, and then we'll move on to maybe Spaceballs, and,
Okay.
and then how we hate Star Wars now.
We should just hype up Spaceballs all night and then never talk about it.
Never talk. Now, I changed the name of the thing to maybe Spaceballs. I think
Yeah,
That's
that's
better.
good. Yeah, we might talk about it. Maybe.
maybe.
If somebody in the chat wants us to talk about it, then we will.
Yeah.
But if they don't ever say anything about it, then we won't.
I mean, we could just quote it for the next hour. Little quotes. Be those annoying people who just quote old movies all the time. Like
All right,
Cal.
let's hear the somebody get who wants to get on their soapbox first.
Well, I will. I'll be glad to.
Let's set this up. Mutt is very grumpy today. He's been grumpy since we hopped on. He was grumpy. We have a DM thing that he's been grumpy all day in the DMs. He's just very grumpy. I don't know what it is. Like we're like, yeah, we're gonna talk about Spaceballs. We won't talk about Spaceballs, no. He's all, May the 4th. He's posting pictures of Spaceballs on May the 4th just to be a schmuck, tick people off.
Well, okay. There's a couple of gripes I've got right now. I don't feel like celebrating Star Wars because of that last movie. Okay, so that's gripe number one.
Yeah.
Gripe number two is all these people who are putting up hours and hours of work penciling and inking and calling it warm-ups. That's driving me crazy because it doesn't matter how good you are. You can be Jim Lee, but those drawings are taking you longer than what is worth calling it a warm-up.
Yes.
So all of these artists, and all you artists out there, listen up. Stop calling your sketch work, your sketch notebook work is finished work. It's just a pencil format. Just because you're not putting ink on it doesn't mean it's a warm-up.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a warm-up. A warm-up is a very fast 5 to 10 minute sketch. It just gets the blood flowing in the fingers. It gets you a little bit of, sort of like gets your eyeball going to the right direction on the paper. It just gets your hand-eye coordination warmed up.
It puts some lead in your pencil. Am I using that right?
Yeah. These finished drawings that people are posting and saying warm up, that's driving me crazy, guys. Nobody believes that you did that in a very short amount of time. It's taken you probably half a day when you should have been working on something else, and you're calling it a warm up.
And then you try to sell your warm up.
Man, they're doing it. I'm seeing them do it. They'll do this warm up, and the next thing you know, it's on some kind of live stream on an auction.
See, I was kind of hoping he'd be funny about it, but he's just very grumpy today.
I can't help it.
It's a serious subject, man.
Yeah.
It's only serious to me because people are misrepresenting their work. You know what I mean? Like people, okay, up and coming artists, right? the best thing you can do is kind of give them an idea that they can break through the plane. They don't have to be they don't have to be a mega talent to get in there and have some fun and make some comics, right?
Yeah.
Everybody can do it. If you can draw, get out there and do it. Make a comic, make a story. But it sort of takes their energy out when they look at some, seasoned pro doing a full drawing with multiple characters and calling it a warm-up sketch. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like bragging or something. I don't know. It just bothers me.
Oh, just a quick little sketch this morning.
Right.
What are you warming up to? The freaking Sistine Chapel? I mean, seriously.
Right. Exactly.
Did that start as a sketch? Did they sketch back then? Is there like a rough sketch of the Sistine Chapel?
I bet there is.
That paint?
I don't know. Maybe there is.
Like little stick figures. Looks like a marble.
I know that Michelangelo did a lot of drawings, but I don't think he called them sketches, but they were in a notebook.
He called them warm-up sketches.
So I'd love to see. The problem is you can't get photographs of it. Somebody needs to paint his warm-up sketch of the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah. All right, so that's my first gripe tonight. You guys ready for the second gripe, or you want to stay on it?
Feel free to feel free to lighten it up a little bit if you need to.
Okay, I'll try to lighten up. So I didn't enjoy the final sequel movie for Star Wars. The Last Jedi was a revolting, hot disaster. And then they came back with this final movie, and I was really rooting for them. I'm a Star Wars fan, a real Star Wars fan. So I wasn't ready to just watch the whole thing just burn to the ground, right? I wasn't ready to see it all just get turned into ashes, but that's what they did with it. And down to the final scene, the very final scene, it was just getting worse and worse for me. It was the first time I did not go watch a Star Wars movie in the theater. That's how bad it was. I watched it on Disney Plus, and it did so poorly for them that they put it on Disney Plus pretty immediately. I remember. So I don't feel like celebrating that. I don't feel like celebrating that travesty. Now,
look, I'm going to be that guy. I've been waiting for it to burn to the ground since the prequels. Really, since the special edition.
Man, that special edition was rough. It was rough. It didn't hold up, did it? Go back and watch those special editions now. It's terrible.
Just a bunch of lizards and extra CGI characters, like bad CGI characters.
You know what I do have? I have the highest quality version of the original trilogy, the theatrical versions.
I have a. So they re-released. What the heck is this?
You have to call Brad.
Sorry.
They re-released the. I guess it was the. What's it called? Where they.
The Snyder Cut.
No, they redid everything, remastered it, but it was the 77, the original 77 recording.
Yeah, the Laserdisc version they did.
Yeah, the Laserdisc.
So
I had a DVD of it.
But I got the Blu-ray quality file somewhere. It was the one that you're supposed to. I guess they couldn't sell it.
You're talking about the heck do they call that?
It has a name.
Something.
Yeah.
Hermes something.
Hermes
Despecialized. It was the despecialized edition. I have those too.
Yeah. So I got that anyway. It's incredible. That is the way to watch it.
Can I say I tried to show that to my boys, and they were bored within the first 10 minutes of of all of them. I tried all three of them with them, and they were just bored to tears.
Well, the first one, it starts good, and then it takes a while.
I hate the first one. I hate it.
You hate the original 77?
I hate it. It's boring. It's slow. That Obi-Wan fight with Vader is just like two old guys kind of doing their little spins.
Yeah.
Do you remember they redid that too? Have you seen the redone version where
I saw that.
Oh, it's so good.
It's insane.
That is awesome.
They
That
did.
is
So good.
awesome.
That fan made film.
Oh.
Have you seen that, Cal?
Uh-uh.
Oh man, maybe I have to find that.
Yeah, you got to find that. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. While you're looking for that, the despecialized versions what are they called? The Hermie? What are they called?
I think it was Harmy was the guy's
Army.
name.
Yeah. That was never released, but you could download it, wasn't it?
It is.
But there was some thing. It was like you couldn't just download it. I thought.
I mean, you're basically getting a torrent, I think, is what they give you,
Okay.
or something weird like that. But yeah, there is. I had done it. I downloaded it, and I managed to get one onto a Blu-ray. I had to like go out and buy like a Blu-ray burner.
Yeah, it's harming.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, but you have to. But it starts. There's no menu on it because you have to like create your own menu for these things if you get it.
Yeah.
So I ended up just going on eBay and buying it, all three. And it came with, when I got it on eBay, it came with the holiday special.
Oh.
Nice.
So if I ever want to torture my children, I can
Yep.
break out the holiday special.
Boy,
man.
that is torture. That is torture. But I watch it every year though, just because.
But no, I tried showing them Return of the Jedi. I'm like, well, this will be the fun one. It's got all the puppets and the crazy
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
and all the. Yeah, like the first 20 minutes is them just wandering around Jabba's palace, and you're just waiting for something to happen.
All right, let's see if I can. Let's see if I'm gonna. Cal, you got to watch this. It's incredible.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
That's not a road. It's a space station. It's too big to be a space station. Very bad feeling about it.
Tractor beam that's pulling us in.
He says he's found the main controls to the power beam that's holding us together. I want to go with this. Force will be with you always.
Obi-Wan is here. I must face him alone.
About to go down.
Our long-awaited meeting has come at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master revealed to
The powers of weaker plans.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Then I will show you the true nature of the Force.
Here she is. C3, get me copy. Yes, sir. They say, what about it? Getting the main anchor of the spaceship.
Nice, come on.
Now,
Certainly has courage.
Good thing until he gets himself killed. Come on.
Better be careful how much of the stuff you show.
Yeah, right.
This is a fan-made movie, I think.
Yeah, I just mean the snippets of the original that they throw in there. I don't know if the algorithm picks those up. Yeah.
Didn't we just leave this party? What kept you?
We rented some old friends.
Is the ship all right? Seems okay if we can get to it. Just hope the old man got the tractor beam out of commission. How's the kids go? Come on, Artu. We gotta eat. You will die.
Ooh. Nice.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's not
good,
bad.
right?
That's what it should have been like.
It's,
Should have taken all that prequel crap out of there, but it was good.
So no prequel magic for you? Like there's none?
So that's the thing is like I enjoyed them when I saw them in the theaters, but the moment they came out on video and I rewatch them, like, I just wanted to die. It's just not good movies.
Yeah.
they're not good, but I watched them with my daughter recently. We watched all the movies. Well, not the. We watched prequels in the original trilogy. We didn't watch the ones that we're not very fond of. And anyway, I mean, they're not good movies, but there was stuff that she found cool about it. It was the same.
In each one, there's some fun to be had in all of them. Like there's, I poop on them a lot, but there's decent moments. That third one would have been a great one if they just got rid of some of the nonsense in the middle, like all
the first
all the
one,
dialogue and
the first one, like aside from it being a political movie with a little bit of sci-fi action in it, like the one of the best fight scenes ever in cinema, which is the Battle of the Fates. Like that is just such a good fight scene.
See, here's my issue with those. Like those are all great choreographed fights. They always like Lucas didn't know how to pull himself back just a little bit. Like they always go on just a little too far. Like all of them do. Like even that first one, like there's a little too flippy stuff going on, and they're falling off this tower, and now they're on this one, and then he's waiting for the things to close, and like in the third one, they have that big fight with the two of them at the end, and like it starts out awesome, like they're just kind of just beating the crap out of each other, and then suddenly they're like swinging on like vines and crap, and they're like dancing on little pedestals, and
I think the Battle of the Fates with Darth Maul, like that one was fantastic, and it did. Like, there's always a pit to fall down. Like, there's literally always an endless pit to fall to Star Wars. And so, like, I don't know. I would have liked it maybe if there wasn't an endless pit, but whatever. Yeah, the third one where they're fighting on the lava planet on Mustafar or whatever, and they're just jumping from little thing to little thing, and swinging about on the robots that are like gathering lava for some reason. Like, what do you get from Mustafar that you need the lava for? Like,
Yeah.
they're little lava robots. Anyway,
See, it's
that-
already putting Cal to sleep just thinking about it.
yeah, it just went. I agree with that, but I do think Battle of the Fates was excellent.
The song was good.
Yeah,
I like the song.
great.
The problem is, like, you can't just get that fight. You're watching the movie; it's intercut with little Annie going, "Whoa!" The guy,
And him being called Annie.
Annie.
yeah. Hey, little Annie.
Darth
I just
Yeah,
remember,
Vader
like,
was
before
called
those came
Annie.
out, like the posters they had were like it's the little kid, and like you see the shadow of Vader behind him.
Yeah.
Like it looked like it was
Yeah.
going to be just like dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna be like a really like messed up movie that this little kid's gonna turn into Vader one day, and then you watch it and it's like Home Alone in space.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know, it's just goofy.
Yeah, I remember watching the first one coming out of the theater, and I was kind of like excited. I mean, I had seen a bunch of weird stuff, especially the Gungan stuff, and I was
Oh,
kind of like,
God.
Yeah.
you know,
So
I
bad.
was kind of like, well, I could do without some of it, but at least it was, you know, it set up the next movie, which I was excited about. And it was like you said, like after they started coming on DVD and you started getting multiple views in, you started to realize like, wow, this is really bad.
It's the minute you
Like-
watch it at home on DVD, like all the magic's gone, like you're not excited
Yeah.
for it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yippee! That's right. That's right.
But like they hit, but he knew how to hit some notes, right? Like Darth Maul, that's a good note. You know, he
Yeah.
hit that note good, and that was a cool villain. There wasn't enough to it, but you got that really dark villain, right? He hit the Emperor note really well, like when he was Senator Palpatine. Like that was pretty good. You know, like some of the space battles and the
That
you
Jar
know,
Jar
they're
note,
bringing-
you really got it.
Oh, so
Nailed it.
terrible.
I will say the one good thing that I'm going to get crap for, but one of my favorite characters that came out of the prequels was General Grievous. Just like visually, I love that guy.
I don't mind Grievous. I think
He should have
was-
been there from the very
cool.
first movie because I thought he was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Grievous. I liked when he was fighting Obi-Wan. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, and then visually too, like he's just like a cool, menacing character. He's like he kills Jedis and he's got all the different sabers. Like
Yeah.
he was a really
Yeah.
cool concept.
Yeah,
And an interesting
he was
kind of foreshadowing of Vader with like the more machine than man kind of stuff. Like he had
Yeah.
the parts.
He was a Doug, right? I think that's what they call like it's the same, the Sebulba that.
Is he the same guy as that?
I think. Well, he's the same. Like,
Same race, I mean.
yeah, I think so.
I
I
didn't
think
know that.
I think so. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure.
He looks like. I mean, he looks like that would be. See, they should have made Sebulba. Was that his name, Sebulba? They should have just made him turn into Grievous. You have a nice little 3-movie arc.
I don't remember who that is. Sebulba.
He's the one he was racing in the first one, the pod
Yeah.
racing guy.
pod race.
He
No,
took
he
a
wasn't,
screw out of his
no.
pod racer because he's
Yeah,
twirling his mustache and being mischievous.
What do they look like? What kind of? I mean, I can't picture him.
He walks
they,
on his hands.
they walk on their hands. Yeah, and
Yeah,
his feet kind of stick out in front of him.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I remember that.
Oh no, he's a. Let's see, Grievous is a Kalish.
Which is pretty much the same thing as the other thing.
It's on Wikipedia.
Ooh, Wookiee. You know what I hate about Wikipedia is you have to click between Legends now and canon because all the other stuff isn't canon anymore. It's like, oh, do you want the
Yeah.
Legends version? Like, yes, the real version. Yeah, give me the Legends.
Yeah.
The good stuff.
The good stuff.
Then you click on canon version and you find out Grievous is like gay or something.
Yeah,
Well, they
he was-
changed it.
he was really reaching out with his anger because of
Oh, it's a new version where all the lightsabers are different colors of the rainbow.
Oh.
Swinging them around.
well, they were multicolored. Maybe they were trying to signal that to us back then, and we didn't know it.
Yeah,
There's a Lucas dog whistle.
Yeah, man. So after that, the part that did it for me was like even the second movie, like with them rolling around and the worst dialogue of any movie ever.
I think the second one is by far the worst.
But the war was pretty good. Like the war
Yeah.
scenes were pretty good.
That's it. Every movie they had one thing usually towards the end of it that made you leave the theater thinking you just saw a good movie because they always do something really cool at the end, like Yoda suddenly starts like doing flips and stuff. Like, wow,
Yeah,
Yoda!
Yoda
Yeah.
versus Dooku was in the second
Yeah.
movie.
It's like, oh, he
But-
turned into Vader. Like it
but-
just.
I don't like Yoda being acrobatic and like energetic, and then he'll just be like, oh, and he'll just get his cane and start walking like an old man
He's
again.
channeling the
I
Force.
was never down with that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. He
It's
was
like when
showing-
Hogan used to channel the Force. At the end of the piece, start doing this stuff.
There's a I think it's a Microsoft background for that you can use on like your laptop or whatever, and it's like green rolling fields. You know what I'm talking about? You know that background.
Mhm.
I always thought that's what it looked like when they're doing their battle, like they're
Oh,
battling
dude.
in that scene.
You talking about the Gungan fight at the end of the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
Oh,
just
right.
that was the worst scenery. Like
All right, but do you remember the Gungan battleships? They had those like big balls of weird energy.
Yeah.
You know, like, and they had that cool sound effect, like gung, 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 when they would bounce around.
Yeah.
Like there were even in that there were some cool things, some cool visual
That's what they
things.
say. Lucas is a really good idea man. He just needed somebody to kind of
You know,
reel him in a
Rein
little
it
bit,
in.
write his dialogue for him.
that underwater scene too is pretty awesome. When like all the giant sea monsters, like
Oh yeah,
one eats one, and then there's a bigger one that eats that big. You know, man, that was pretty cool. I'll
that is
give
the
it-
Gungan background.
That's the Gungan battle scene, right? there.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
it's called.
Naboo.
I mean, that's it.
yeah.
Oh man.
But the one that killed it, what killed it, the whole thing, was when Darth Vader, when they finally get to it after all the nonsense, and he finally becomes Darth Vader, which is like in a matter of what, 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like he switches from like somebody who has like a conscience to somebody who is killing kids,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Underestimate my powers.
Right. he gets burned up. He gets beat by Obi-Wan. He gets burned up.
Bunch of teen angst.
Gets made into the evil one, the Darth Vader that you want to see so bad.
Yeah.
And he stands up and goes, "No." Like nothing of all the scenes in movie history.
And I love that
nothing
Lucas loved that nose so much when he went back and made his like Blu-ray edition of the original Star Wars. They just took that soundbite and threw it into him, like throwing the Emperor off the side and put
Yeah.
it no.
it's like they got to the end and were like, oh crap, we got to make this guy into Darth Vader real quick.
Right.
I mean, like no, like
We
his
only got 3
upbringing-
minutes.
They were
Right.
nailing it though. Like when he like everything around him starts like crushing and stuff. Like they were doing a really good job until he did that.
Yeah.
Like if he just stayed silent for that, it would have been plenty.
Yeah, you're
We
right.
got everything you need to know from that scene. Like everything around him was just crushing and destroying, and the Emperor is.
Do you remember? Oh man, do you remember that? Oh shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. Go ahead. Sorry, I lost it.
I was going to say my favorite thing that people have done is they've taken these abstract scenes in the prequel trilogy, and then they'll make memes about it, like the "Hello there," you know,
I've seen
stuff
those.
like that. I just think it's so funny.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. Do you remember the trailer, the teaser trailer that came out, or even the long trailer for the last of the prequels, Return of the Sith or Revenge of the Sith?
I vaguely remember the trailers when those
Dude.
were coming out.
They put a sound effect, and Lucasfilm sound is pretty next to amazing, right? And they put these sound effects together for the trailer, where he is literally telling Vader to rise, right? Oh man, get
There he
him
is.
out of here,
Meets a nose.
You can't
But
kick
he
him
goes-
out now. It's
he
the
goes-
fourth.
Vader. He goes rise.
Right.
Remember that? He goes, rise.
Oh,
And
that
they
was a
put-
great. Yeah.
Dude, it made the hair stand up on the back of your head. Like you were just like, oh my gosh, this movie's going to be amazing. Because they're going to, once again, they're going to bring it all back together and fix it all somehow. And then
General-
he does that.
Or to the General Kenobi cough. Basically, he was the precursor to your boy Zach and his coughs.
Yeah,
Rise, Vader. I got to get my picture with that guy at a Comic-Con a few years ago, and
Which guy?
there was who plays the Emperor? What's that guy's name? Ian.
Oh yeah, Palpatine.
Oh yeah.
Ian something. And I heard the kid. There was a kid in front of us the whole time in line. Was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna ask him to pretend like he's zapping me in the picture." And he goes up there and you see him ask the guy, and he's like, "No."
Yeah.
And he
Those
shook my
guys
hand
are-
and he didn't let go of it for like a good 5 minutes, which I found. Yeah, the Emperor. I think he was trying to turn me. The dark side.
Yeah. The only thing that turned me was Disney.
Ah,
I'll tell you, man, for all the crap you can give Force Awakens, that first trailer, when that dropped on like Thanksgiving or whenever that was for the Force Awakens, I hadn't felt hype like that for a movie in so long.
No, you're absolutely right. I liked Force Awakens.
I think The Force Awakens is a pretty good movie, honestly. Like
I liked it.
I think it started out well. Like it set the tone for the trilogy, and then they handed it off for some reason to somebody that didn't like or understand Star Wars.
Yeah.
And they just absolutely.
Well, that's
like,
JJ's movies. He
it
sets
apart.
things up and then bails.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Just like Lost.
And then the last one, he tried to take it back and do something with it, but the damage was done, and all he did was he had to pander and do enough so that people wouldn't be upset, and then he had to just try to retcon and fix things, and so the movie just felt like I went back and tried to watch a little bit of it one day, and it just feels so rushed. Like it feels like it nothing is a cohesive thought, and they're like, they don't have time to breathe. Like you don't have time to breathe the entire time. And I watched a little bit of it, and then I just couldn't take it anymore.
I feel like I've seen it just because I've seen enough reviews about it now from like Critical Drinker, all these other guys. So like I feel like I know every aspect of that movie, and like even listening to it, like what? They what? They do what? They what? It's a lot of ground to cover there. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Solo wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it.
I didn't hate it.
I had a good time.
Things I wasn't crazy about in that movie.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect. It was fun though.
What do you guys feel about Rogue One?
I
Love it.
No, I liked it, but that Tarkin nonsense throughout the whole movie ruined it for me. That CG Tarkin.
CG Tarkin, yeah.
I hate that crap when they do a CG character that just doesn't need to be a CG character. All they had to do was put him in like that blue hologram look.
Yeah,
he would have been fine.
Yeah.
And then you have. Yeah, I always tell my brothers. I wish at the end when they have that reveal of Leia. I was hoping they just go for it and just show old Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, right.
And just turn around. She's like, oh, her Sopra's voice.
I loved Rogue One. I think it's a great movie. The Tarkin thing didn't bother me.
That'll take me out of a movie. Like bad CG takes me out of a movie real fast.
Yeah.
It's why I can't watch the second Matrix because of that Smith scene where there's like 100 different Smiths fighting them, and like it just turns into a video game for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's even worse than a video game. It's like Shrek. It's like Shrek for a few minutes.
Yeah.
I like Solo, man. I you know what I did because I heard so much bad press on Solo. Because I like to watch if everybody hates something, it makes me want to watch it for some reason, just to make sure that it's really that bad.
Yeah.
But I went and watched Solo, and I thought I'm just going to watch this like it's a sci-fi movie, and I just kind of put myself in that space. Like it's not really about Han Solo; it's just a sci-fi movie, and as a sci-fi movie, it's great.
Sci-fi movie with Chewbacca in it.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. A sci-fi movie with Chewbacca, and it's great.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked it. I had a good time with it.
The whole robot there is some things that are terrible.
They did they talked about the pan. If no one ever said in an interview that Lando was a pan, I wouldn't have noticed. I would have thought it was like a funny thing with the robot where she's just like delusional.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like I just wouldn't have thought of it. Like,
yeah, Sean is absolutely right. That Vader scene at the end. Good. That was like this. Finally, on the big screen, they showed you what Vader could do. That was amazing.
And he just destroyed I mean, handed out a whooping to everybody. It was-
On which one?
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One.
Oh, I didn't watch
Yeah.
that.
You didn't watch it?
Oh, that's the one to go watch.
Really?
I
Yeah,
was
that's
burnt
the one
out
to
by
watch.
the first sequel. I
You were
hated
burnt
it
out
so
after
much.
Force Awakens? You were burnt out?
Yeah, I hated it. It was just it was a carbon copy of A New Hope, but
Yeah.
with Mary Sue instead of Luke Skywalker.
You see that? I didn't see at the time. I didn't realize what a Mary Sue was yet.
I
And
didn't
then-
either.
and
but
I didn't mind
yeah.
either because it made it sound like there was something mysterious about her that we were going to find out later. Like, well, maybe there's
Yeah.
a reason why she's like this.
Oh.
It wasn't until the second one where it's like, oh, there is no reason. They're just ruining the series.
Well,
Yeah,
I
like-
think I went into it not trusting J.J. Abrams, so like I didn't know what a Mary Sue was either, but I just, I don't know. I just that was the impression I got from that movie, and so I didn't want to watch anything else after that.
I used to be a JJ fanboy because
Me too.
I like the Star Trek movies he did because I don't like Star Trek. So when
Yeah,
those movies came
I
out,
don't
I was
like
the guy
Star
that was
Trek.
appealed to. Like, ooh,
It didn't bother me
flashy.
whatsoever. It didn't bother me at all.
I've
But
always
now
said
you
that
know what?
I've always said JJ's best Star Wars movies were his Star Trek movies.
Well, R2 was in one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cal, you should watch Rogue One because you could just pretend that it's the same universe, but like nobody, it's not really as connected as you might think it might be for being a Star Wars movie. It's really good, like it really
All
is.
right. I don't know. I feel like I'm not like even if it's good, I just don't want to invest in Star Wars anymore. Other than man, like if
Mandalorian is good.
If
Yeah,
Cara
but
Dune comes
Mandalorian
back,
built those
yeah.
good graces back, and then they ruined
Yeah.
it with the
Well,
Gina
but
Carano thing.
There's
Oh yeah.
there's rumors she might come back, and if she
Yeah,
comes
seen
back,
that.
then that just started circulating yesterday, as far as I know.
Huh.
Yeah, I heard that.
Man, I don't know if I can trust rumors anymore because they never seem to be real.
Did have you guys seen the previews for the Bad Batch?
Huh.
It's
No,
it's like
Yes,
a cartoon version. It's like 4 or 5 stormtroopers that were genetic like failures, and they're like in this like ragtag crew because they're all like genetic mishaps. It looks pretty good actually.
Yeah, it does.
R2, I stopped Solo after 5 minutes. I was not good. I have to disagree. You're allowed to have a bad take. That's okay. That's all right, buddy. I still love you.
Speaking from experience,
I have many.
yeah. I was trying to think. Did you guys play any Star Wars video games? Did you play the one?
Oh my gosh, I grew up on X-wing and TIE Fighter and X-wing versus TIE Fighter and
Yeah. The most recent one is probably 2 years ago. They had
That one's great.
PS4 game. That was good. And honestly, as a continuation, like a new storyline and a new Jedi that you get to meet and all that,
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like Souls light. Like it wasn't as hard as Souls games, but it was. So I played Bloodborne. I really liked that, and it wasn't nearly as difficult, but it was that same kind of feel.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Star Wars universe, I really enjoyed it.
What's up, Trusty?
Yeah. Well, Trusty, what is up? Yeah, I thought it was. I thought they did a good job. Like without, the character was important, but they didn't make him like another Luke Skywalker, and he played a big part in the universe that is not explored really. So it was kind of
which one are you talking about? Which game?
Force Unleashed. Is that it?
Oh, Force Unleashed. Oh yeah, that game was amazing.
Yeah.
They made like 3 of those, didn't they?
No.
And Vader was great in it.
Where's the
Vader was
second one?
fantastic in it. Yeah, it was really cool to have that like kind of fight, and it was a good story. And they used unused characters from. I guess they're technically canon characters now. The sisters, 7 sisters or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was
That
was cool. The
what's
witches,
cool about that one too?
Force
That's
witches.
I thought it was cool.
that's that game is the origin of the rebellion too. I remember,
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
and they retcon that with Solo with the little girl.
yeah. Sean says my main problem with Rogue One is that it diminished the accomplishment and lore of Star Wars: A New Hope. I have to set that aside to enjoy it. I thought it made. I honestly thought that it helped piece together A New Hope. Like because like well, what's her name? What's the is it Mon Mothma? What's her name?
Yeah, Mon Mothma.
She's the general.
Yeah. So she says many Bothans have died to bring us this.
That was the third one.
Yeah, but is that the second one? What's the one? Well, what does she say about when they bring the tape, the Death Star plans? I thought that was the first one. Am I wrong?
Well, but I mean, the third one's basically just the first one again, where
Yeah, that's true.
somebody died to get us these
Anyway,
plans.
Right.
I mean, I liked Rogue One because I thought it pieced together why, like, the people, thousands of people died to get them those plans. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that it. See, I liked it because it was interesting because it takes place like literally like seconds before New Hope.
Yeah.
Like so, if you watch New Hope, you're like, holy crap! Like this awful thing just happened like 3 minutes before this. Like that,
Yeah.
I always think that's kind of cool. But
Yeah.
Hey, Abe's in the chat.
Abe Sapien, what is up, my friend?
What's up,
I haven't
brother?
seen you in a while.
Yeah, man.
We got Trusty in the chat too.
Mhm.
My boy from VA.
Oh,
That's right.
old VA boy.
Yeah, Trusty's a VA boy.
All right.
That's right. We're talking kind of we're going to talk Spaceballs, and then we got talking about how
Well-
Star Wars has been ruined.
Mutt was very grumpy tonight,
He's grumpy.
and he didn't want to talk about Spaceballs because he was in the bad mood.
Yeah.
He just wanted to complain about Star Wars. So we're doing.
We can definitely talk about Spaceballs, guys.
No, you killed that. Well, the problem, we could, but Cal's being a grumpy pants about Spaceballs today now.
I think we all are. I
was
Macho
fine
was
with it.
saying. Macho was saying he doesn't really like the movie, and
He didn't like it. He
It's
ruined it.
look. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say it. Spaceballs is a bad movie.
oh, hot take.
Can you get that host out of here so the rest of us can talk?
I don't know how to boot the host. We'll just talk over him.
Like I can
We'll just pretend he's not here. Oh no!
I can make myself disappear.
Careful doing that. You have bad internet. That you might not come back.
It might not-
He's gonna pop up in his closet again with his
Oh.
cell phone.
Don't do that.
Look
Don't
who's
do that.
here, Fatal J.
Fatal
says,
J. Hey, Fatal J. Mutt, would Fatal J cheer you up? Can you come in?
Oh, that'd be
Would
great.
that make
Just
you
get
happy
him in
tonight?
here.
Because you're
Yeah, get him in here.
Fatal
'cause
J.
he's-
pants.
Yeah, get him in here, man.
All right, I'm gonna send.
Send him a link.
You know, the sad thing is that if he can't make it, Mutt's gonna be really grumpy again.
That's gonna be
No,
all
I'm not.
See, like, I saw the little glimmer in his eyes. I was like, "You want your buddy to come in? Want your buddy Fatal?" He was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I need him. We need him right now.
Help
And
me,
plus
help me,
I-
Fatal J.
You're my
I'm
only
only
hope.
hope.
Fatal J cannot be messaged.
Oh.
Man, I'm gonna have
Just put the link in the chat, man. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. That's usually what I do. Hold on. I'm gonna put it here.
Because then R2 is gonna pop in and be like, "I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong."
It's in the private chat.
No private chat.
Yeah.
No offense, R2, but May the 4th. Mutt doesn't want anything to do with Star Wars today, so you
It's
can't talk to
ruined.
us.
It's ruined. Except for Mandalorian, and I think the
What
Boba
about-
Fett show is
Yeah,
going to be
the
good.
book of Boba Fett. What do you think about that?
I like that. That's going to be good. I think that's a no lose situation.
I
I'm
just think
skeptical.
it's going to be a gangster
Yeah.
a gangster show. He's going to be doing evil things.
I'm skeptical because he got his butt kicked by that other Mandalorian woman there at the end of that episode.
Bo-Katan?
Like it was like, oh, we're setting up this bad A character for his own series. He just gets his butt kicked by a girl. Like here goes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind Bo-Katan. I don't know. I didn't mind her.
No, look, here's the thing. If there's anything that's going to be more like old school, guy-oriented, fun, it's the Book of Boba Fett.
It's Disney doing your guy-oriented fun.
Okay, all right. And if they mess this up, then they obviously cannot win because that is too easy. It's just a platter. Like it's Boba Fett. He's taken over Jabba's palace. There's
It's gonna be 3 seasons of him struggling with his sexuality.
So the book of Boba Fett is just his diary.
Dear diary.
Dear diary, yeah.
Dear diary. Today I realized I don't like hurting people.
I met a boy in the Sarlacc pit.
No.
The 1,000 years of suffering was really 1,000 years of joy.
Gosh.
He's gonna emerge from the Sarlacc pit. Hello. little rainbow explosion.
I gave Fatal J the link, so he may or may not be coming to join us. I hope he does.
Look, Fatal J, this is your last chance to pimp Ninja Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's going into In Demand, I believe. I hope.
Oh, well, then this is your last chance to.
The Princess Diaries 3, the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh no!
All right, so that one I think is going to be an easy win. That's going to keep some fans happy.
Except it's tied to the prequels because you got that dumb actor playing him.
No, man, he's good. He's fine. He's got the same kind of voice. I don't mind that guy at all.
Wait, he was in the prequels too?
This is the same guy that played all the clones in the prequels.
He was Jango Fett, and then
oh my gosh, it's the same dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was.
They should have got that horrible kid actor that played him in the original to play him
with the curly hair.
Oh, Dad, fire! Whoa! Look out! Kid had like a smoker's voice.
Yeah,
the tender age of 10.
He looked like he was 10, but I think he was about 17.
Well, clones age faster.
That's right.
They do.
I thought the Jango Fett versus Obi-Wan was a cool fight.
That wasn't bad.
On the little landing platform.
The clone planet, yeah.
That's pretty good. Camino.
Yeah.
Camino.
Why did they ever say why they wanted Jango?
They said he volunteered, I think, because he volunteered, and so long as they would just give him his own like unaltered clone.
Yeah, as his son. But would they want to clone from someone who's like the ultimate?
I mean,
what was it about him?
I mean, they gave you the impression that he was like this awesome mercenary or bounty hunter, whatever they call him in the Star Wars universe. But then he, Mace Windu just popped his head off in like 2 seconds.
Right. That's right. I forgot about that. Mace Windu handled him.
There's some funny videos because they make Boba Fett seem like he's the ultimate bounty hunter, and just
he was terrible.
Yeah, and he's really like the most clumsy, like not good bounty hunter there is, because he dies because Luke or Han, I can't remember, like accidentally hit his backpack and it explodes.
Right.
And it shoots him into the side of the pleasure barge and the Sarlacc pit. He didn't like getting in a cool fight. It was an accident that killed him. Or threw him into the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, he really he didn't do much. Even in Empire, he kind of was just there.
Yeah,
he stands around and looks menacing, and then he screws up. Usually,
that is a total 100% a fan base that came from him being a cool toy.
Yeah.
Like he just looked cool on screen on Empire.
When he's in the palace and he's all standing there like doing that stuff.
Him and the lizard guy were the top selling toys in that.
Oh, Bosk.
Yeah, in that line of assassins. Yeah.
I never liked him. Those arms were too long. That bothered me.
That was too
Bosk.
Bosk.
Yeah.
Hey, how about when a couple of those guys were fighting in Mandalorian? That was a pretty sweet little scene.
Oh yeah.
I like stuff like that. That was a good show. It was
Come on, you've been hating all night. Now you got to show some love.
No, I'm not the one hating all night. You're grumpy pants up there.
Yeah, man. Mandalorian turned out pretty dang good, I think.
It did.
It was solid.
You gotta give credit.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're gonna hate on stuff, you're gonna have to say what's good. And I would say Mandalorian is the best thing to come along in a while.
And I was one of the people rooting for that to fail because I just wanted I wanted Disney Plus to just fail epically.
Yeah.
But then they're like, oh yeah, we got this. It's like, oh.
What's his name? Favreau, I think, truly
Favreau.
understands Star Wars. That's
He
why.
gets it. He gets
Yeah.
it, and I think they're going to give it to him too.
I
I
mean,
hope
he's
so.
responsible for the whole MCU pretty much. He's
He was the first. He directed the very first MCU movie, and it was
Right.
good. It still holds
'cause
up if you watch
look
it.
back
Oh,
at
yeah.
those old MCU ones. The whole Phase 1, those movies were kind of garbage.
I
All of them.
rewatched the first phase. I think I'm through the second phase. I'm doing them in chronological order, and Iron Man's good. Like it's a
Yeah,
good,
it's great.
it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, and I have a soft spot for the Hulk one.
I do too.
I don't
People
mind the
don't seem to
whole
like that, but I really like that one.
I really liked what's his name as
Ed
Bruce
Norton?
Banner. Yes.
Edward Norton, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I know it's Disney Plus doesn't even have that on there.
I think they're trying. I read an article
They don't
they're
have-
trying to get it back.
Yeah, they don't have rights to it.
Universal.
They'll have
have it,
rights to
right?
it. Yeah,
That's right.
it's that, and there's something else. They don't
But how
have.
do they have Thunderbolt Ross then? Because it's the same guy.
I
They-
don't know. He
Well-
might have came back though when they got like a lot of other characters. You know.
Yeah.
He might not be specifically tied to Hulk somehow. I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly.
Even though he is, but no, I don't.
You know what else was good about that? Betty Ross, Liv Tyler's Betty Ross was
She
great.
was a good Betty Ross. Yeah.
She was great. It was
Yeah.
perfect.
Um,
And they should have kept that going.
Yeah, and they had it set up for leader, and what was it Doc Samson was in there?
I don't remember Doc Sampson being
I
Doc
don't
Samson.
know.
Who am I thinking of? That's something I'm thinking of. Is it Doc Samson?
Well, the Abomination was in there.
Who's Atom Bomb?
Oh, Rick.
Is that who I'm thinking of?
Yeah, Rick's the sidekick.
Who's the dude with the green hair in the comics? He's got
That's Doc Sampson.
That's Doc Samson. Yeah, they had him. That was Betty Ross's boyfriend that she was dating before.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think he was. I forget what his name was, but I think that was Doc Samson, like his real name or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, those
Fatal
movies
J-
aren't.
Fatal J will not be joining us tonight. He has a better stream to be on. Someone else invited him to a
Yeah,
better stream.
I see how it is.
All right.
Look, we got two viewers, and they may be few, but they are fierce.
Mighty. They're
And loyal.
Trusty says Captain America: First Avengers is favorite, and then Winter Soldier is
so
probably the best.
so
The first
good.
Avenger, Captain America: The First Avenger, is such an incredible movie.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
I
It may be
do
perfect.
agree,
No.
The Winter Soldier is an excellent movie.
The movie is 2 hours of montages. First Avenger. No, thank you. I pass.
Wow, that movie's good. Man, wow, you should have the Poopy Pants Award tonight.
He does have.
It's not a
he does
movie.
have-
Hey, look, I'm just calling it like it is.
Nah, that's a good movie. That's a great movie.
Look, they did that. They did the origin scene perfectly. That's
It
I
was.
give it all the credit in the world because they went to the comics. They got the source material right. In that scene where he becomes Captain America and they have the spy and all, it is
He got his
Perfect.
butt kicked by Red Skull, and Red Skull died on accident because he picked up a cube, and then he crashed the ship.
Red Skull was a lot more powerful at that time. He hadn't become the full Captain America yet.
He was full Captain America. I watched him grow into full Captain America, and that.
No. Experientially, he wasn't fully Captain America yet.
He's never been yeah.
Look, I'm not a big fan of Chris Evans either. But
Look, he
that
just
guy-
came out of the ice in Avengers, so he should have
Perfect.
been equally
played
horrible in that movie.
If you're going to root for anybody in all of those movies, you're rooting for Steve Rogers.
No, I'm not.
Come on.
No, I'm rooting for Tony Stark.
No, you're not. You didn't like Tony
Wow.
Stark.
Love Tony Stark.
You're an Iron Man guy, huh?
He
I
had
love
the
Tony
right idea.
Stark.
He had the right idea making Ultron. I think he had the right idea. The problem is he had Bruce Banner helping him out. That was the issue. He had that dummy.
Yeah, that flake. That Berkeley flake.
Tony Stark don't make mistakes.
Man, okay, back to Star Wars. We got to get back on track.
Yeah, we got to get back on nothing. And two
Yeah.
people watching.
Do what you want then.
We do what we want.
Do what I want.
You want to talk about wrestling?
Oh, I love
No,
wrestling.
no, you know we can talk about wrestling, but you know
You
what
know
else?
Macho
we
Dan.
can talk about? Talk about
I'm
wrestling.
sorry. What?
I was gonna say. I don't know what I was gonna say. I got sidetracked with wrestling.
Yeah.
Crap.
You're gonna say something about Macho Man's the greatest wrestler of all time.
Yeah,
Did you see the latest Macho Man's?
Dude, I haven't had time to watch that.
Latest what?
They just made like you know how they're making those Legends series?
Yeah.
Is it on AMC? What's it on?
Yeah, I think it's on AMC. I have not had time to watch that yet.
They're real honest, like they're real honest takes on the people, and so it's not all good news about him. It's not like all glowing.
Is Cal holding the Tesseract right now?
I know.
Am I?
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Where's that?
You're all
happened to me?
blue.
You're like all blue for a minute there.
What?
You're so blue.
Weird.
Weird.
Buffy? Is that you?
Ruffy?
Have you been away for a while? Are we back?
I
I
don't
wasn't
know.
away.
He had
Was the screen blue or was I lit up?
You were
lit up blue.
blue.
Oh, I was just
From-
looking at stuff while we're
From the
talking.
screen. Yeah.
Oh, no, thanks for participating.
I
in
thought
the
you
stream.
said I'm participating. I'm an active listener, and you can rewind and listen to it right now if you'd like. So
He's the third viewer we have tonight.
Yeah, man, it's crazy right now.
Do you guys have? Did you get the Peacock thing yet for,
Yeah, I
for
got
wrestling? I didn't get it yet. I had the WWE network, and then they switched over.
The
Yeah.
Peacock. I don't feel like paying for another service.
yeah.
Well, I mean, if you were paying for the WWE, that's over now, so you can just transfer that money.
Nah, not paying for. There he is. He has a Tesseract. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, I was checking to see if that's what it was. Yeah, it was that screen
Yeah.
What were you watching?
of like it's a video of.
You were watching movies?
Watch it.
No, it was a still. I'm sorry.
He was watching Spaceballs.
Yeah, right.
I actually watched Spaceballs while I was driving today, so that was safe.
Oh,
Wow.
Well, I wasn't looking at it, but I had it playing while I was driving. Whatever.
you had the book on tape. Spaceballs, the
dude.
novel.
I listen to a lot of audiobooks in my car.
So remind me, because I haven't seen that movie in like probably 10 years.
Spaceballs?
Yeah. So was the mayor, President Scroob, was he selling air? Is that right?
He was trying to steal the air from Druidia.
He
So
has.
that he could then sell it, yeah.
Yeah, he has the Mega Maid.
Yeah.
She has like a vacuum to suck the air out.
This is scientifically hilarious because it's like they have 10,000 years of fresh air. And it's like I don't think any like exoplanet, with like flora and fauna has 10,000 years of air. I think if you like took all the air, everything would, or if you took all the tree, all the plants, then there would be no more air really quickly. Like,
Yeah, but then they couldn't get that funny gag with the vacuum.
Right.
Well, yeah, I know we're not really primarily concerned with the scientific accuracy.
Yeah, I was
of
gonna
those
say,
movies.
we're real concerned about how much air this planet has in this fake universe where there's a giant maid that sucks the air out with a
Should
vacuum.
do like a serious
in a
series,
peanut
like a
creature.
very serious one where we analyze comedy sci-fis.
He could never do that. A sentient pizza creature could not survive in space.
This is ridiculous. How could he eat himself?
How could he eat himself?
And how did they find him if he'd eaten himself? And where did himself go when he ate himself?
Yeah. But yeah, where does he go? How can you eat yourself?
I will say, Pizza the Hut actually looked like a very delicious, like Ninja Turtles pizza from the cartoon.
Ew, he grossed me out looking at him.
I remember that when that guy's like looking at him and like his little Michael Jackson helper there, robot
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you're delicious." I remember thinking like, "Yeah, he
Yeah.
does look really delicious."
Yeah.
Well, I think it's his tongue. He has like a moving tongue. They were
It's
It's just the guy's chin,
It's the
isn't
dude's
it?
chin. Yeah, it's the guy's chin. It looks. It doesn't. Look,
Oh,
but I read something that they said that the suit they made for Pizza the Hut was like so hot they couldn't get anybody to go in there and do it, and so they had a stunt guy do it, and he begged them to take him out of it, and like he was doing the lines or whatever, and it got so hot it started burning him because they had to like melt. They had to melt. It was actual like pizza toppings and stuff they had on there. They were melting cheese.
Oh my
I thought that was
gosh.
hilarious. And it was
That's
a
awesome.
horror movie.
There
Oh,
you
the
go.
'80s were such a magical time.
It
That's
was
the
like
best one.
it was like Wicker Man, except in a pizza costume. Like put him in there and set him on fire.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I watched a couple of those like things you don't know about, Spaceballs or whatever. There were some pretty funny like pieces of trivia.
I liked a lot of the more subtle jokes in that, like when she's singing and her cell's like, nobody knows.
Yeah.
She's like, she's a bass or something.
Yeah,
Like,
She's a bass,
like-
that's right.
I love
like
how she
when he
says
got-
nobody knows but Jesus, and she's a Druish princess.
Yeah.
So she doesn't believe in Jesus.
I remember when I was little, I didn't really get the whole Jewish thing.
I didn't either.
Years later, like, oh, that's great.
I love Bill Pullman in that. He's so perfect for that role.
Okay, what else was Bill Pullman in that everybody would know?
He was
Wait, which one was he? I can't.
was he the president in ID Independence Day?
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I thought. Yeah, he gives the
Oh,
speech.
okay.
right?
Him and Han Solo there,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's Lone Star,
Lone Star.
Lone Star.
Lone Star.
right? Lone Star.
I wonder if good old Smiller has had any problems with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
right.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, man.
If that's the one thing that gets him copyright struck from that entire
You got to
entire
admit that's
line.
funny.
the
Oh,
whole thing is
man.
just a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Lone
So
Star.
okay, so I love Barf. That was the funniest part for me for the whole movie was just Barf being there because John
John
Candy
Candy.
can stand there and you just
Yeah.
laugh.
Yeah, he's
So
funny.
so I love Barf, especially the first part where they're like, "What's your name?" Barf. You know, I love that. That was one of my favorite scenes.
he
I
just
like that.
enhanced everything he was in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like how he dances around. He had a giant dog bowl and a big spoon, and he was like
Right.
dancing around eating. And he got mad
Tails
because
wagging.
yes, tails wagging, and he was mad or he got upset because every time he eats, that Lone Star yells for him to come help him with something or other. Yeah, Barf. His ears are like a character in the movie
Yeah.
themselves, like just the ears.
Yeah, his tail too.
And his
Remember
tail.
this? Sorry, lady. It's got a mind of its own.
Yeah. Oh, in the diner. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. This thing has a mind of its own."
They're like winking at each other. Him and
Yeah, I know. Well, the lady comes up and she's like, "Can I take your order?" And she was like, "We have the soup and the special." And he goes, "I'll have the cleavage. I mean the special."
Yeah.
It's like not even subtle.
All right. How about when Scroob is going into the he's going to beam me down, Scotty,
I was just
And-
thinking about that.
and he comes back and his particles are put back together
Oh,
incorrectly.
and his butt's on the front.
Yeah.
He goes to scratch it.
Yeah.
So stupid, but come on.
And it turns out he's just like the next room over, so he just
Yeah.
Next time I'm gonna
around.
walk.
And the guy's name is Snotty instead of
That's
Scotty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Was
then
it the same actor? Did they get that guy again?
no,
No,
but
I just thought it
but
was.
it's
for
funny
some reason.
because
Get
Scroob
serious.
references Star Trek. You know, he's like, "Oh, I worked on that Star Trek show." So they have like a guy who sounds like Scotty but isn't, and then he still references Star Trek
Yeah.
in the galaxy far, far away. Or like yeah.
Yeah.
There's just like no continuity in the movie, and I think that's one.
Well,
of
they
the
do Aliens, they do Star Trek, they do Star
Yeah.
Wars.
They do
What
the-
else do they do?
the xenomorph doing the tap dance or the,
Oh yeah, Alien.
Hello, my baby.
yeah, that's
The
it.
old WB frog
Yeah.
routine.
The Transformers.
Transformers, yeah. Oh yeah. Did we talk about that?
Oh, Planet of the
Oh,
Apes.
that was
did
that
one
was
too.
pre-stream.
That
Oh
was
yeah, Planet of
pre-stream.
the Apes.
Yeah,
Little-
Planet of the
little
Apes.
references in there.
Yeah, pre-stream we were talking, and they actually they just took a bunch of Transformers like merchandise and in the scene with Yogurt, and he's like, he goes up and he has the whole he's showing everybody all his merch from Spaceballs the movie, and it's like just rebranded Transformer stuff. There's a coloring book.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, I pulled it up earlier. Hold on.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome.
They didn't even just
too.
put their own artwork on it.
Yeah, it's totally. It could have been.
I mean, I'll show you I'll show you some images. It's really funny.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
Mud, are you drawing this for something specific, or are you just doodling?
I'm just doodling.
It's just a little warm up.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Just having some fun.
All right, here we go.
Nice.
Let me
I kind of want you to do something with it, though. It's awesome.
I don't know what I would do with it.
Rick in the house.
Hello, Ricky.
All right, check it out. Look at this.
You're kidding me.
Spaceballs, the coloring book, and it's Optimus Prime.
That's not Photoshop. That's real.
No. Look, here it is in the.
They just
the
slapped
movie.
a sticker on it.
You can see it in the
Are you
scene.
kidding? How did nobody ever notice that?
Yeah, I saw
Well,
it.
they did. That's why he's finding it.
That's yeah.
Well,
And then the other thing that was really funny is
you're such a schmuck tonight.
You guys.
look at the Spaceballs lunchbox.
Look at that. Look down there. You can see Rodimus Prime.
You see, I remember it being that image of like the on the actual DVD art for the Winnebago
City.
flying through space.
Yeah, but for that scene, it's
Did they
just,
Lucas it later?
this scene is just it's rebranded Transformer stuff. Like they just slapped this Spaceballs in the lunchbox sticker on top.
Yeah, but I vividly remember that scene having that image of like the Winnebago flying through space.
I don't.
Am I
think
having like
so,
a Bernstein Bear moment here?
Yeah, you are.
Berenstain
crap.
Bears. Yeah,
You're
Berenstain
probably thinking
Bears.
of like a real piece of merchandise that they made.
No,
So-
I could have sworn that they had like an actual.
Spaceballs the flamethrower, a children's toy.
Kids love that one.
Kids love that one. Yeah, look at that guy right there. He's like, ooh.
Strawberry.
I'm gonna find my VHS of this movie and see if that's how. Oh man, maybe I shouldn't.
So
I'm getting Mandela right now.
What's
Yeah,
great about the whole thing about Spaceballs that's great is it's an old Jewish guy's take on what these movies are, right?
Yeah.
Like you could tell, he just had to learn just enough about it
Yeah.
to make the movie, and the rest of it was like he's like, I don't care
Yeah.
about that
Yeah.
nonsense. I just want to make something funny. Just give me the basics.
Yeah.
He got George Lucas's blessing to make this movie.
Oh, that's
really?
cool.
Yeah, George Lucas gave him permission to make a spoof. He did, however, also pay George Lucas $5 million.
Oh,
Yeah,
that might
you
have-
had my blessing
that
to
might have
take
helped.
any of my stuff too.
$5 million?
That's
I
not
mean,
a blessing. He purchased the rights.
Yeah, I think it's like $5 million that he paid
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
to be able to produce it.
Yeah, because it's after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's post Return of the Jedi. So like, Star Wars was no fluke at that point in time. It was the best trilogy that had ever been created.
Oh,
Well, otherwise, this movie wouldn't have made any sense if it were made before it was in its height
Yeah.
or in its prime or whatever.
Yeah, but it was in the 80s, so it was at the height of the popularity.
yeah. It says one of Brooks' strategies to ensure continued cooperation from Lucasfilm was to book their services for post-production work with nearly $5 million. So he had
Jeez.
ILM do all the post-production for the movie.
ILM's responsible for those the lightsabers.
I guess so.
The
The Schwartz.
Theo Schwartz is as big as my.
$5 million in the '80s got them that cheap effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's
There was
amazing.
something else. Oh, Mel Brooks had an allergic reaction to the yogurt makeup. That's pretty funny.
Oh, I
There
was
I
wondering.
remember.
wondering
I
that.
used to think that was Billy Crystal
It does
Um,
kind of look like Billy Crystal in the
because he
movie.
reminds me of in Princess Bride when he's the what are those
Oh yeah.
magic guy there, whatever it was
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Princess Bride there.
He was the yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Most
A
of
different magical person played by a Jew.
Yeah, with like a very thick Jewish accent.
Yeah, because those are basically the same characters.
I'll be right back.
Magic Max, was that his name? What the heck was his name?
Yeah, Magic Max.
There it goes again. No, I thought it was
Max.
Miracle
Max. That's what it was.
You're right.
I'm thinking of Magic Mike.
Max.
Another fantastic movie.
Oh my gosh.
Excellent choreography.
I never saw it.
Growing up, the Princess
Mrs.
Bride was like one of our family staples. We watched it 100 times.
Oh yeah.
And we had every line memorized. So like you wouldn't even watch the movie. Everybody in the room would be just saying every line all at the same time. It was
That's anybody that was like alive in the 80s. I feel like
Yeah.
you had to grow up with that movie.
Yeah. I was Fred Savage.
That movie was the reason I loved Columbo. I didn't know the difference then. I was like, oh,
That's funny.
Yeah.
it's like, oh, he has a
Somebody was
TV show.
Somebody was talking about that recently about how, first of all, inexpensive that movie was, and like how much of an impact it's made in culture.
Was that inexpensive?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it was a studio set and then a couple of location shots. It really
that swamp with the RUS, I thought was pretty well done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As you wish.
As you wish, Wesley.
Yeah.
And then I had to watch him in Saw
Tights.
many years later.
Oh,
I've never watched Saw. I refuse.
I
I was like, oh, Wesley got big.
oh.
Yeah.
That's
He was,
awesome.
he was in another show recently. I saw that. He's pretty good at it. I can't
Wesley.
remember.
Wesley.
Wesley.
The only other thing I've liked him in was he was in Psych.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I haven't seen that.
yeah. I was
man.
a mentalist. I was a mentalist fan. I was.
They reference Mentalist in Psych. It's fun. It's really funny. They like
It's a blatant
acknowledge
ripoff.
that they acknowledge that there's like a a relation between the two. There's a funny joke where somebody accuses him of not being psychic, which he isn't, and he's like, "Well, then I would just be a guy with really acute observation skills, and that wouldn't make a good show." Or something like that.
That's awesome.
I'll say Mentalist was great until you finally found out who Red John was.
Oh, don't tell me because I'm actually gonna start watching that soon.
Okay.
I've only seen
Prepare for disappointment.
like a season. Oh, darn it! Maybe I won't start watching.
No, I mean it's that. I mean that show is pretty phenomenal from start to finish. Just that finish is a little. Well, it didn't even end with that. That was, I think you found out a few seasons later, but there are still a few seasons after.
Dude, Psych is great. If you guys haven't watched Psych, it is so.
I have not.
It's
I haven't
so
watched it.
funny, and it'll endear you to the characters like in the first episode probably, and it's really funny and it's super clean. Other than the pilot, like Sean, the main character, is like making out with a girl on a couch, but it's not. It's even then it's not like grotesque, in your face, but it's really clean. It's my favorite. Until I got in an argument with the main actor on Twitter, I would watch Psych like on repeat. Like I would watch the whole series and then start again. Like
What was
constantly.
the argument? Tell us.
Dude, I'm guessing it was Trump related.
No,
No.
it was Proud Boys. Like he had said something about Proud Boys being white supremacists and stuff, and I'm like, and I like quote tweeted him and was like, it's going to be hard to watch Psych knowing that the guy who plays Sean is this obtuse or something like that. And then he
Oh yeah.
he commented he jumped into my comments
Whoa.
and
Wow.
to argue with me about it.
When he went to argue
He's
with you, you should have asked him for an autograph instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it turned out I was right because I shared a picture of Enrique, whatever his name is, the leader of Proud Boys,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
isn't white.
Right.
I'm like, tell me of a single white supremacist that you could think of who would follow the orders of an Afro-Cuban guy. Like, sorry, not gonna fly. Their whole thing is hating people because they're not white.
Is he the one that got you banned from Twitter for life?
No, I don't. They didn't delete my account. It's still there. They just took everything off of it.
What did you
No.
do?
I called someone a retard.
And
it.
we're stream shutting down in 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't just now. I didn't call anybody
Yeah.
a retard just now.
Well, not to his face, anyway.
Yeah.
No. Steven Crowder says that word all the time, and he's fine. And that's the thing. I've seen other people, and not just liberals, conservative people using that word. Since I got suspended, I've seen multiple people use that word, and I'm just like, why me? And it's just the person who somebody reported me, and
Yeah.
I thought it would be funny.
hey,
Sorry.
hindsight.
You know how I get about the Proud Boys.
I think they're kind of dumb, but they're not white supremacists. And so there was.
Who cares? Like, it's just become.
It's because they're associated with Gavin McInnes. Was the probably the reason. That guy. So I didn't know who he was, but I remember a video of him describing how you wrestle a baby.
Oh no!
And that was the funniest video I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, that guy's funny.
Because he actually wrestles with like his 2-year-old. He's like body slamming the kid like on the couch and stuff. It's the most amazing thing.
Yeah, you can't. The only reason that they're talking about Proud Boys is because they've got all the violent, terrible people on their side of the argument, and so they're trying to come up with a violent, terrible gang on the right, and they don't really have one. So they're trying to take this Proud Boys group and mystify them and make them look really evil and stuff like that. But if you know anything about those guys, they're just like frat boys.
Right.
Is somebody playing X-Files?
That was Twitter.
My wife just texted me, and it was I have X-Files as my Twitter, or as my not Twitter, as my text tone.
You were mentioning Psych had like a dirty moment in the first episode. Did you guys ever watch the Stargate series?
Stargate, no.
SG-1?
Yeah, I watched it a bit.
So it was like a cheesy sci-fi channel show, like ridiculously clean. But the very first episode apparently was made for HBO.
Oh.
And like, so if you get the DVDs of that show, the very first episode is just like full frontal nudity.
What? Really?
And then it just turns into like a G-rated sci-fi schlock for 20 seasons after that.
Oh my gosh. I did not know that. I must not have watched that first episode.
Yeah, it sets everything up, and yeah, apparently it was made for HBO originally, so they threw that in there to get that sweet HBO following. And then I guess HBO was like, "This is stupid."
A lot of people love that show. It's got a cult following, obviously.
I hated it till I started watching it, and then I just
don't know. I don't know. It's really hard for me to get into a show, and this sounds really stupid, but like, I don't want to start a show because I'm like, I don't want to go through the first 3 episodes of like not being sure if I like it or not. Like, it sounds really lazy, and like,
this is how Dan used to date too.
Yeah. You
gotta get to know them.
Yeah, I gotta like learn stuff and
have to listen.
Like really intently. But yeah, I just have a hard time starting shows. I don't know why. I like just always go back to like watching. I watch a lot of YouTube channels and stuff, and I don't know. I don't get into shows very often.
I don't, just because I need to spend my nights getting something accomplished, and if I'm watching a show, like I will get nothing done. It's like even with YouTube, I can't even, unless it's just people talking without showing anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got to get work done, so I'm not gonna.
So like podcasting.
Yeah, or like just or even if you and really any like I can't even watch Critical Drinker. Like, you're only listening to all he's doing is showing a trailer while he talks, but like you just have to watch the trailer. Like, you need to watch it because there's just something happening. So I'll get nothing done if I'm listening to him either. It's just got to be like just boring people like us. It's just people sitting in a chair,
yeah,
boring their 2 viewers. Hogan's Heroes.
That's why I like stuff like Hogan's Heroes. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I find myself watching Top Gear a lot because it's really funny. You guys ever watch Top Gear?
Yeah.
It's like it's a British car show, and like you don't even have to really even love cars. Like liking cars helps, but like it's these 3 presenters, and they're all very different, but they all like basically rip on each other so hard all the time. And it's really funny. And then they do these stupid challenges with the cars. And like, I don't know, I can just turn that on. If I'm like trying to go to sleep at night and I'm just like, I just need something to put on, I'll turn Top Gear on. And like, I've seen the episode, I've seen every single episode, and I'll still watch it again. It's so funny.
If I'm trying to sleep and I need to watch TV, I'll put on Cheers. Because I'm just not going to be invested,
Cheers,
but if I am mildly paying attention, I'll probably just enjoy looking at it.
What's up, Sugar Chris? Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
What up, buddy?
It's the most active our chat's been in a while.
I've seen baseball, so I'm here. Oh man,
we just had our
what is your favorite? What is your favorite scene in Spaceballs? We kind of talked some Spaceballs already.
It was literally we just kind of said scenes we liked.
And
then Dan blew my mind.
I'm not a big Spaceballs. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big Spaceballs fan. I don't.
What comedies did you grow up loving?
I don't even know. The comedy that always, if I think like there's a comedy that is the one that I think is the funniest movie, or maybe some of the funniest movies, is like Dumb and Dumber. I think that's hilarious. And that comedy is it's just like slapstick and silly.
I mean, it's no Biodome, but
it's so funny. Biodome, I like Biodome. And Idiocracy. Has anybody seen Idiocracy? I think that's one of the funniest movies.
Oh, it's great.
But you didn't grow up with Idiocracy though. I don't think you grew up with Dumb and Dumber either. Give me a classic.
I'm trying
Ernest Goes to Camp.
A comedy. Oh, Ernest. Yeah, Ernest.
Okay.
No, Ernest Goes to Camp. That's it. No, Ernest Scared Stupid. That's the one.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't like it either.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
You can't, Sugar Chris. You can't kick me because it's my channel.
We've tried already.
Hold on. Does this make you feel better?
I mean, give him time. He'll kick himself.
Yeah, his internet will kick out in a minute.
See, that wasn't planned. That just happened probably.
Yeah.
Because he switched his video too many times on and off.
And he probably won't be able to get back in. Wouldn't that be funny? See if he couldn't get back in.
He can't come back to his own screen. See, I was going to say UHF was the one I grew up with.
Yeah, that's the one I always wanted to see but could never watch it. And I don't know why. My parents
really never seen it?
My parents would never let me watch it, and I always wanted to see it so bad.
Hey, no one missed you. No one missed you, Dan.
I was listening to you guys because I can just remove myself. Watch. I can snap.
Whoa.
You didn't snap. Whoa!
How did he do that? Blow my mind.
Daniel snapped himself.
Hey, watch. I can remove Mark. Watch this. Hold on, where at?
No. Not Mark.
No.
You better not do that to me.
That ain't funny.
Well,
you already scared me when I came in earlier because you were all like, "Oh,
watch,
he's not joining. I don't know what's going on."
I can sneeze and muddle.
Look at you're boring poor Cal. Oh yes, he's beneath me.
I'm just getting tired lately. I'm sorry. Every night.
I'd like to thank you for putting
films, Monty Python films, Naked Gun films. Have always been your favorite. I will agree with you, Monty Python film, and that's the thing. I don't know why I dislike Spaceballs. There's funny parts in it. A lot of it is just like.
Did you not like it growing up, or is it just because you watched it recently?
Yeah, I was telling these guys when I was pretending that you weren't there in the stream earlier that like I have fond memories of watching Spaceballs. Like I remember watching it with my cousins, and it was a movie that I remember fondly. But then I was watching parts of it today, and I was just like, this is not good. It's not funny.
You know the way to test if a movie you grew up with is actually any good? Watch it with one of your young children.
Oh, I know. I've made that mistake.
And see how much you find yourself trying to like hype them up for funny parts or like exciting parts. Like, isn't that great? Isn't that cool?
It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good, and it's not good.
You want to go play video? Okay.
I lucked out. I watched The Goonies. I know who hates The Goonies. Mark.
Yeah, that's right. He hates it.
I watched The Goonies with Izzy, and aside from like the with Thanos, what's his name? What's Thanos' name?
Oh,
I forgot.
I can't think of it now because Josh
Josh
Brolin.
Brolin.
Josh
He's in
Brolin. Aside from like Josh Brolin and Rudy and them like kissing in the movie, like it was pretty good. I thought it was good, and she liked it. She really enjoyed it.
Every time someone mentions Mark hating Goonies, I'm wearing a Goonies shirt. That's how much I love
You're
Goonies.
such a tool.
His
that movie gave me such a physical reaction watching that.
what?
Goonies.
Yeah. Do you not like Sloth?
No, he watched.
I
Goonies
enjoyed
later
it. Here,
in
I'll
life.
tell you what. The pirate stuff at the end for like the 3 minutes that it was in it, even though they hyped it up like Goonies, big adventure. There's like 3 minutes of fun adventure stuff at the end. The rest is just kids screaming over each other in a cave.
Yeah.
It's
Pretty
horrible.
funny. So, Sugar
Oh,
Chris said,
gosh.
"Do you like any?" I didn't know Mel Brooks did Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, that movie's great.
That movie
or
is-
it was.
I
it
love
used to
that
be.
movie.
Well, you weren't allowed to watch UHF. I wasn't allowed to watch Men in Tights when I was little.
What?
Yeah.
We're men. We're men in tights.
We run around the bar,
Fight.
fight. Yeah. Now, I
We
did,
may look like pansies.
it's funny because like that movie's very on the nose too. Like, but man, I think that was a movie. If I watched that, I think I would still appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey,
What about new movies? You guys watch anything new that like this year that you like?
This year?
I saw Mortal Kombat.
Hmm.
You mean that we just liked, or that was funny?
I don't know if you liked it or thought it was
King
funny.
Kong and Mortal Kombat. I loved them both.
Yeah. Did you Godzilla and Kong? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like-
it was stupid as all get out, but that was a fun
It
movie.
was very stupid, but it was fun. You're right.
That was. I mean, there was no intelligence involved in making that movie
Yeah,
whatsoever.
they're
but it
just
was
like,
very-
make big monster fight, go boom. But yeah, and Mortal Kombat for the same reason. Although I wanted there to be a contest. I was really upset that there was no contest, and I don't want to tell everybody.
just say spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert! Too
Now
late.
say what you want to say now. 'Cause I got things to say about it too.
All right, spoiler alert!
Yeah.
I'm giving you your chance. 5, 4.
We're gonna lose our 2 viewers now.
All right, so I'm upset that they just fought in Raiden's
Just man
Uh,
cave.
Hezbollah cave or whatever he has there, like his
I mean,
terrorist
you could
cave.
see the low budgetness of that movie because anytime they have a movie that's in like one location
Yeah,
and it's like a cave.
yeah. It's on a soundstage somewhere. But I wanted there to be more. Like they set up this plot and they were like going to go to they're going to go train, and I was like, oh, they're going to go to the Mortal Kombat, the thing that what's her name has been talking about. What's her name? Sonya.
Yeah.
Sonya Blade is talking about the whole time. Like we found this ancient like tournament, and it's like the battle for the Earth realm and all this stuff. I was like, yeah, they're going to go and they're going to fight. It's going to be awesome. And they don't. They just fight in that training pit.
You know, I wouldn't have minded the setup of it being like a prequel to it, except that they killed off Goro, who's supposed to be like the big bad of the tournament. Like he's the whole reason you're.
And what is Guy's power?
Cole's
power. What is Cole's power?
He has a defensive suit of armor.
But it's like
I knew it was going to be stupid. Whatever it was
stupid.
Because like even the Mortal Kombat game, the powers are all just generic ripoffs of each other.
Yeah, but his so guys, if you care, you can tell me stop. But if you don't care, I'm going to keep going. His power was that like he was a boxer, and so you know how like boxers wrap their hands before they fight. You know what I'm talking about? It was that like his hands were wrapped, except all over his chest and his torso and his arms and everything.
Is that what that was meant to reference?
I think that's what it is. Because in the very beginning of the movie, the first scene is his arms getting his hand getting wrapped by his wife.
Yeah, and they had his trainer was like, "Oh, you're not a fighter. You're not defensive enough, or something." And then his superpower ended up being defense.
Well, and yeah, he was like bulletproof and everything proof. And then he has these weird things that could like come out of his arm like blades. And sometimes they're blades, and sometimes they're pointy, and sometimes they
his
weren't.
power was he was Goro proof.
He was Goro.
He ended up being.
He was everything proof, and he could nothing hurt him.
Yeah, all these. If you watch like any of the cartoons of it, even the modern video games, like anything Mortal Kombat related, they hate having Liu Kang kill Goro. They won't let him do it for some reason, and that was the whole plot of the game, is that Liu Kang was like a big deal because he killed Goro.
Yeah.
And then
I wanted to see if they would have just made it about Sub-Zero and Scorpion, and I would have been happy.
Yeah, and I was happy regardless because it was just 2 hours of nonsense that I just enjoyed.
It was. I mean, I liked it, even though I'm like.
But I mean, if you think about that movie for a second, like you'll just start getting mad because they kind of took a dump on the lore and.
I wanted
characters.
more. I wanted more Reptile too. Reptile was cool.
He was great. That whole scene was awesome.
Good. The whole scene was amazing. Yeah.
I wanted my Kano Metal Eye. I wanted more. I wanted Reptile to be a ninja. I was kind of annoyed he was just a big lizard guy.
Yeah. Kano was the funniest. I mean, he was hilarious.
Oh, he saved that whole movie.
That actor, I didn't know if I liked the actor at first, but then he got hilarious. Like everything he said was like a dig at like women, or he kept digging at women the whole time. It was hilarious.
Well, I'm in.
I was like, that got Cal's attention.
It was funny.
I love that they kept him Australian because he wasn't in the games. Just that original movie he was.
The original game. I think he was like, he was Asian or something.
Yeah, I don't know what he was. Yeah,
but I watched something about it, and they said he was Asian, and then somehow he got a voice actor that was Australian for one specific thing, and then he's been Australian ever since.
Huh. Oh, is that why? Because I know in the original movie he was Australian in that.
Maybe that's what it was. Is the original movie?
Hello, Sonia.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. He was awesome in that movie too. He's just a great character.
Yeah, he was.
What's that on? How do you watch that?
Max.
Yeah, HBO, or go to the theater if there's one open.
Yeah. I have a friend that got HBO, and I totally stole his username and password.
My brother's using my HBO, and I'm using his Disney Plus one. So.
Yeah.
I feel like he wins though because HBO is much more expensive than Disney.
Suicide Squad comes out too. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I'll watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. I think it looks.
It's because of John Cena. I'm gonna go see it.
John Cena. Yeah.
Who is he in that?
I don't know any of these characters. Who is he?
Peacemaker, I think.
I don't know the character.
Peacemaker's the main guy. I don't know what his name is though.
He's very patriotic. Is there like a really patriotic?
Oh no, yeah, you're right. He's not Peacemaker. Who is he?
He has that dumb helmet that he wears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at some point in time he takes the helmet off and his head is shaped like that. I think so.
Is that a thing in the comics?
I don't know. I think that it's just going to be,
I mean, it's James Gunn. You're just
he plays Peacemaker. He does play Peacemaker.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Yeah, he plays Peacemaker.
It's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy for DC, but it's going to be over the top too much, and it's not going to be that good.
Why don't we talk about how Idris Elba's helmet looks suspiciously like Hero?
Hold up, is he supposed to be Will Smith in this movie?
No, he is Bloodsport.
Yeah, Bloodsport.
Yeah.
I don't know enough DC characters.
I don't really.
They're not as good.
I don't care much for DC. Yeah. Except Batman, but that's like
I like John
default.
Constantine. That's about it.
Did we talk about
the
this?
horror
I feel like we
stuff.
talked about this last week,
What?
2 weeks ago. Constantine
We did.
and Cal's love for him.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bloodsport, if you want to talk about a fantastic 80s action movie, that's one of them.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Fantastic.
Okay, USA.
Okay, you would say.
Oh,
That is also a
action.
movie that does not hold up well in later views.
I think that movie. So I watched that movie not too long ago, and I still loved it.
The fighting's still fun, but that is a dumb movie.
It's not. It's not good, but I really enjoyed it.
Let's steal the night.
Dude, did you guys watch Mark Dacascos movies when he was making movies?
I don't know.
Mark Dacascos or different? Oh, Michael Dudikoff?
No, Mark Dacascos. You might know him as the chairman from Iron Chef.
Yeah, I know Mark Dacascos. Yeah,
dude, I don't know. I saw like a YouTube video like a couple months ago, and it was like the top whatever forgotten movies of Mark Dacascos. And so I watched this.
Stuff.
What's that?
He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he is. Anyway, so I watched this and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch these movies. And there's one, and I can't remember the name of it. I'll tell you guys later. I'll DM it because you have to watch this movie. There's one where he's a military guy. He comes back from wherever he was doing military stuff, and he goes to visit the high school that he used to go to. And it's like an inner city, like, overrun with gangs and stuff. And he sees. It's like Substitute, but instead of that guy, it's Mark Dacascos, and there's like a Jamaican-y kind of a gang, and then like a Latino gang, and so he teaches a bunch of kids. He has this program. He starts a program at the school to teach like the worst of the worst, like the kids that are in the most trouble, to teach them capoeira, and he teaches them this this dancing martial art, and it like changes their lives. And the movie was so good. It was so 80s. Yeah.
Is it an 80s movie though?
So I just looked him up. He's the dude from John Wick.
Yeah,
2?
he's in John Wick 2, 3.
Is it 2?
He's in 3.
3.
He's also in 1994's Double Dragon.
Yeah.
He's in let's see, Batman: Soul of the Dragon. I think that's an animated DC.
Yeah, he does a voice for that.
He is in I Am Omega.
I've never heard of this guy.
The Hunt for Eagle 1, Maximum Impact. Oh, he's in The Crow in 1994.
Yeah, he's the Crow in that one.
He's
Yeah,
in the Crow.
The second Crow movie.
yeah.
Oh.
He's in The Expendables.
Yeah.
Which one is he in the Expendables?
He's
I think he's a villain, isn't he?
He is
Outside of John Wick, I've never heard of this guy.
It says he's Ryder. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, he's one of the villains in it.
I couldn't tell you a single villain from any of those movies
he's
except
a-
for Jean-Claude.
He's an expert in like 7 martial arts. He's so gifted, this guy. But he just didn't. I don't know. He didn't make it out of the 80s as a big star for some
Keanu
reason.
whooped his butt.
You see him in everything. He's in so many movies.
Yeah. So keep reading the names. I'll tell you the name of the one that's.
Oh man! All right.
Oh, never mind. This isn't good radio. I'll look it up myself.
We left good radio a long time ago. Just carry on.
That's long since gone.
I only got a few minutes in. Oh, I actually don't have.
Oh, there it is.
There
There
it
it
is.
is.
Finally.
We got the Cal yawns.
Every
And
night.
I didn't see a Dan yawn tonight. That was just
I totally yawned a few times.
nah,
So,
just Cal's
yeah.
glowing face tonight was distracting
Al's
me from.
blue glowing face. So it's 10:45, and that means I have got.
You're about to get in big trouble.
Yeah, you guys remember that night? My wife came down, and I had to.
The cane got you.
But no, she has to use the office down here, so I have got to leave because she has to talk on the phone. So anyway, that's it. We talked about Spaceballs. Sugar Chris, thanks for coming by. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that I can't love Spaceballs like you love Spaceballs, but I will agree that Robin Hood Men in Tights is an excellent movie.
Who are you
should-
agreeing with? Hold up. Who are you agreeing with? Someone say that?
Sugar Chris said Robin Hood Men in Tights.
All
How
right.
do you feel about it?
It's good.
And I said, yeah, I love that movie. So
It's not as good as Spaceballs, but it's pretty good.
Sugar
mean-
Chris.
yeah, and then Trusty, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah,
Dave
Rick is in
Sandwich.
there.
Dave
R2D2 still around? He leave too?
I'm sure he left. Cross Comics came by. Abe Sapien, my boy, came out of the woodwork. Fatal
Davis
J,
Sandwich.
Davis Sandwich. So yeah, we had a bunch of good guys tonight in the chat.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Appreciate you guys very much. We will be back maybe next week, potentially.
We're figuring it out.
We're figuring it out. We're gonna spice up the old Breaking Rad or whatever it's gonna be from here on out.
It's going to get a little
Spice it up.
sexier.
We're gonna spice it up a little. We're gonna make it a little sexier. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Little-
yeah,
We're going
We're
to
gonna do that.
PG-13 it up.
yeah. So you know, you might see more streams or different streams or whatever, and we're gonna try some stuff. It's gonna be fun. So anyway,
Cal's gonna do his OnlyFans on.
Cal's gonna do an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I still don't know what that is.
He's
but I feel
only
like it's
gonna
bad.
wear. He's only gonna wear those pink kitty headphones.
Mm.
I'm gonna wear my new Mothman.
You get to
hat.
choose where.
Ooh, sweet Mothman hat. That's in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. That's not too far from here.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ah, cool.
Point Pleasant. That's pretty creepy place. Anyway, with all that being said, thanks everybody. Have a fantastic night. See you next time.
Fairly well.
Bye.